Hi there, this is Kate from the Journal Nest saying hi and welcome, welcome, welcome. Just right at the start, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's reached out since my last video. Yes, I'm back. I'm not in Australia, I'm still in sunny California, and I have to say, I'm loving it. Work is over, and I've had a chance. Yesterday, I shared my joy of a little trip to Vignettes Antique Mall. Thank you, Sandy, for that recommendation. It was beyond my dreams. And so here with me still is this beautiful quilt that I purchased. Couldn't leave the shop with. I've learnt now in life, if you fall in love with something, you just have to do it. And I really want to thank everyone who's told me that this is a wedding ring quilt. And I told my husband that, well, he actually told me he'd been watching, and he was so excited. And, you know, that's worth buying a new suitcase with it for it any time. To someone who was concerned, no, I will never cut this up. It's a stroking piece. It is an absolute joy. Look at this. The more I look at it, the more I discover. And someone has told me that they think maybe the 1930s. And this was called straight stitch rather than cantha. So look how we learn together. So I want to say sincere thanks for that. I've got my lingerie bag here just because I love it so much. Quick stroke. I know many of you have admired the treasures, and just know that I will take them home and treasure them too. So before I will get stitching, because Kate's, maybe the California air is getting to me, because I have to say it is so amazingly temperate. Blue is, every day is the same. Blue skies, sunshine, a nice little breeze, and now I know this is the longest I've ever stayed actually in the city for a long, long while. So it's just been beautiful to indulge. So just a quick reminder, someone asked about these scissors. I bought them from Zoe at the Green Door Studios in Robertson, but I will reach out to Zoe and ask her source on those. But yes, they did change my life, and I haven't bought any more scissors because they can cut and snip and they're legal. So well done that. Now, when you have to go shopping for a new suitcase, you do that. I'm not going to show you what I bought. I actually just bought a new squishy bag and a backpack because I can use all of those when I get home rather than another piece of luggage. But you do think, oh, well, I've got a little bit of room. So I have bought some other things, and one of them is I like to do this. When my husband and I go to Thailand, I haven't got my beautiful Thai ring on. My blue one. I like to just have bits that I can put on. So this is a little bit of today's trip, and this one is made in California, and it's got two little hearts. It was on sale 40% off, and I just love this because the top was called Unwritten. And you know me and my journals, it's about paper and writing. It's got Los Angeles, but look at this. Spread love wherever you go. And that's what I'm trying to do with this channel and my travels. It's about just smiling at people and hearing back from you and sharing our lovely stories of journaling and stitching. So there we go. That is Kate's probably long intro, and now it's time to get into some making. I'm finding that this needlebook with the crochet is so handy. I'm calling this Beck's, and it's not, yeah, it could be Beck's bag. The thread's beautiful. I can pop my little scissors in there and see it just stands like that. That's because I made it sort of little feet on the side. But maybe I've started doing this a little bit, but I've got to say, drum roll. Kate was sewing away last night, stitching, and an epiphany happened. I've been telling you that I was finding the white challenging. I backed it with this Australian tea towel from the curatorium, is that how you say it? When I was in Canberra a few months ago. I'd washed it. Here's my velvet ribbon that I bought from the antique vintage spot yesterday. And the big news is, everyone, Kate has decided that this is the right way out. I started like this with it in the middle, but this is the big ta-da moment. And sorry, before we do a ta-da, I hope you're having ta-das today. Are you excited? Northern Hemisphere, it's Saturday night. Are you partying? Southern Hemisphere, it's Sunday morning where many of us stitch in the winter and feel snuggly wuggly. My husband and my sons and my family have been together in Canberra while I've been away. It's very, very chilly there, and here it is very warm. So the ta-da, I hope you are well and excited. My ta-da moment is I decided that this is the front, and that this little pocket that I thought was going to hold something in for field notes is now no longer going to do that. It's going to do something else special. I've added some wonky flowers. They always look like starfish. I put the velvet ribbon on with a lazy daisy, and for the moment, because I haven't got any buttons or anything, I'm just doing that. And I tell you, it just feels so beautiful in my hand. I almost thought of buying a brooch. Actually, if I run out of time, I'm going to hear an Afro-American gospel choir tomorrow. So how is that for a final experience? If I have any time after that. I have seen some shops with beautiful brooches, and I'm just now thinking, okay, I think we'll see. But here I am. This is probably not going to happen. I won't be in the States for at least another 6 months. So this is it, enjoying summer. Okay, here we go. Quirky Kate, Creative Kate, Kansas Kate, whatever you want to call me. Look what's happened. This is my spring bulbs. So I've taken the inspiration, because this is wattle and it comes out actually in Australia in August. So for us, it represents early spring. I've got one of these lovely pieces. I'm running out of pieces, but I bought that with me. And here's sort of the answer to that. And I've left that open. Down here, I have added the scarf, a piece of the scarf that I bought yesterday, because these are daffodils. So daffodils are bulbs that come out in the springtime. I've added one of my flowers, and this is, I mean, it's okay if you don't want to watch me anymore, because I am a little bit crazy. But can you see? Kate's strawberry, spring, strawberry, bulbs, that's an S. So at my work as a team building exercise, we were given one of those kits to make, I don't know what they're called, friendship bracelets. I brought it home, and this morning I was thinking about field notes and stitching letters, and I'm just not up to that, especially without a pen and without my books to copy. So I just looked over and I thought, oh gosh, look at those letters, they make me happy. So there we are, everyone. I've sort of made it look like a daisy with bulbs, and it's over the top of, I put this pineapple crochet this way because I think that looks like a bulb. Maybe it should have been upside down now I look at it, but to me it's pointing to the flower. So I've also tucked in some treasures here. I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to sit down. in a minute. You may notice I'm wearing a bit of denim with stitching. And I've got some little pieces in here. Okay, but let's get stitching, and I'll just chat away with you. And again, I just want to say I'm so grateful for your care. And I'm sorry that I worried some of you because I disappeared. I did really miss filming, but we do have to, I still do have to work, especially now that, especially now I've discovered all these joys of slow stitching. Now, I'm going to fill this all up with my favorite variegated pink wool. And the challenge is I don't want to go all the way onto the front there. So there's one that's come out okay. 2, 1, 2, 3, maybe that's 4, doesn't matter. So how's your stitching going? I know quite a few have already finished your spring bulbs. I've just realized my light, isn't it? Oh gosh, there's the sirens. You can probably hear downtown San Diego. I actually have the light now. Nothing's happening. Is that better? Who knows? It's natural light. Sorry if it isn't, but hey, at the hotel desk, the room desk, you can plug the light in, so I thought I'd give it a try. A lot of people are asking me, you know, how San Diego compares to Australia, and I'd have to say that, you know, there is that Sydney feel, but with the water and the boats. But I have to say, like, the traffic here is so much better. Like, the roads are wide, not a lot of traffic, and easy to get around. Oh. And Pam, I saw your messages, and I would love to meet with you while I'm here. It's like so close in California, but so far. But in my mind, my thoughts, all of you. I do have a bit of sort of fluff from a few things hanging around, so that may not have been, I think it's the velvet ribbon is giving off a little bit of extra bonus roughness. Okay, let's just keep going. So French knotting to turn this yellow center of the wattle below pink. Oh, it's getting really messy. I don't know why. I suppose this is the challenge with using different fibers. My glasses are a bit fogged up, I think. Oh, there we are. When in doubt, just pull tight. Not all that scientific, but it worked then. So let's go over to clear ground over here. So my idea is, I think, because I'm dreaming of my quilt, and as I've shared with many of you, this is like my mini project of Journal of Stitchery, field notes, and then my slow stitched quilt is going to be sort of the reflection of what I've learned and what I love most. Using on this small scale, I can sort of scale it up. Let's go here. There we are. I didn't count those, but I hope you can see. I'm actually loving that the desk and the chair don't creak when I stand up. Okay, so there's the flower, French knots in the center, Kate's spring bulbs. I don't know whether strawberries come out in spring, but what does it matter? Okay, so I've still got some thread left, and because it's brought me out in this field of flowers, let's continue to build some more flowers over here. So this was an original piece of, I think it was a hand towel with just that one orange flower. And now, where are we going to start our center? I feel like doing a lazy daisy, so let's get a little bit down here further. There we go. Now we're in the center. And I don't even have to go into that second layer, but I will, just to sort of fasten it down. It's so lovely to hear from all of you. It truly was, when I woke up this morning and read all the comments, I just thought, oh, I'm back with my friends. And I won't promise that I'll get all my comments done until I get to the airport. Because when you're in a place like this, it's just so fun to just go out and walk and enjoy the weather. Daisy here. That was a bit of a rough one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's fix it here. 5. I walked past, I just heard I don't know whether you heard that, but the boat just I don't know what that's called when a boat just toots its horn. But I did walk the other day and found out that there's a little cafe here where they filmed the Top Gun bar scene with Tom Cruise, and ironically it's called the Kansas Barbecue House or something. I thought, how strange is that? But lots of people were there taking their photos in the cafe, and they apparently screen that movie a couple of times a night. I think he sings the song, what is it? Old-fashioned rock and roll, maybe? Run out of thread now for the pink, and I think I don't mind going over this green leaf. Now if I suddenly disappear, it could be because the battery runs out. I forgot to check that because of course I've been out and about. So we'll just finish this over here. See how versatile it is to go from one side to another, and I can just make a few little seed stitches. Oh, but my thread has run out, so that's always a sign to me. I mean, the needle fell off. Where's those little baby scissors? Okay, so the other thing I thought I'd do with this piece is So you see how I do love the feel of the accordion, but I would say I haven't yet mastered how to control it because it falls apart. But don't you worry, my mind is turning over and I just absolutely love doing it. All right, now I had some little things I was going to put on there. Oh, here they are. Okay, so I thought we might just now, and you know me and my diagonals with my, if you know all this, ignore, but I just do love from a composition point of view, balancing the corners. So when I sort of link this crochet and then this little piece I bought from home down on here, and then I would like to work, my next step will be to work some of the wattle, and I do want to highlight these blue flowers. I suppose I should say this is a flannel flower. Our wildflowers come up at different times in Australia because of the different climates, but to me that's joy. I was reflecting that I might find it hard to do winter because I love flowers so much. But then again, I have got my Daphne and the hellebores and all those other flowers that come out. So I won't even think about that. I've got spring and summer and autumn to do beforehand. And once again, it is a joy to just follow. I love, I'm going to just stop saying follow, because truly it's more than following, it's celebrating how every one of us, we're having the same prompt from Sarah and Rachel, but look how different our work is, or our creation or making is. I'm down to one pin, everyone, so that's why you're not seeing me pin, and I do apologize for that. So this will just be luck of the draw. And again, it's interesting, like some of the fabric you can go through so easily, but the more I do this, I realize as I look at the doilies that I fossick and collect, that there's a real difference now. I can, because I've been doing it a little bit more and stitching a little bit more, between the ones that are embroidered on linen and then others with a close weave. So I do know what the girls talk about now with the closer the weave, it actually is more difficult to stitch. Not that that stops us, but it's just an interesting observation. Now I've lost my end. Okay. I've probably gone a little astray with that, but that's okay. I can do a big stitch under there because I can feel that I'm not going through to the front. And here we go, there and there. And I suppose I have used this like a side tuck, deliberately keeping that open so I can put maybe little things in. I did think once I go home and I get access to my pictures and my books, I might, oh gosh, see that's Kate. I've got my thread hooked on my button. Yeah, so I suppose it's all about creative freedom, isn't it? And if you told me I would be using Taylor Swift style friendship bangles on my spring bulb, in fact, if you told that to anyone, they'd go, what? But I like it because it's almost like the stem of the daisy. I will put something else on the end of this, and as I said, I'm thinking of buttons, because for the moment, when I get home, for the moment I've just tied, because this was elastic, you know, bangle thread, whatever you call that. I've never made a friendship bracelet before, so that was fun learning as well. There we go, let's just see that word bulbs as Kate does this. I just want to stitch this down and tuck it in, and then we'll have a look at my where my blanket's going, quilt. So I think I might come down here, get close to the pansies. I need to do some research now. That's the challenge that I love has been given to us. Actually, what flowers come out when, what has a bulb and what does not. And like a few people have said, we're not botanists, we're not, we don't have a lot of the technical knowledge, but what fun it is to learn together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come down here and then go into the center. So I've got 3 flowers there. I'll better check you can see me. Sorry if I've been going off screen. I'm relaxing, of course, because I'm stitching. So I'm going to do a spider flower. Oh my gosh, that reminded me. I don't know whether I've told you. Everywhere I go and people say, where are you from? And I go, Australia, and they say, are there really that many spiders? And I said, where are you getting that information? I never think about spiders. And apparently there's a lot on YouTube of scary briefings about Australia and why not to go. So if you're worried about that, I mean, I've lived there for all my life. You see little spiders and sometimes you see huntsmen, but I don't know anyone who's been bitten by a dangerous spider. So like everything, please don't judge us on what you may have seen. Okay, scissors, here we go. So that's been fun. That is Kate's accordion journal in progress with cover still being worked on and spring bulbs starting to come together. That slipped down even in the time that this is how we learn together. It's meant to be like that. Kate's spring bulbs over the top of the pineapple, which grow in Queensland. We've got these bits, a little tuck here, and next time I'm hoping to see it, because I think that would be perfect plain work, to look up what I could do on the wattle to make them stand out, and then to work on how to make those beautiful blue flowers. Okay, so that's Australian flowers, springtime field notes. And just for a little tiny while, because, oops, sorry about this, I don't know whether I've shown you this panel yet. This is a tablecloth I got from Beck. Please forgive me if I go over the same things, because I got a couple of tablecloths from her. I don't know whether I showed you this last night or the other one, because I've got 3. Perhaps I did. All I want to say is it is just, this one is divine to stitch on. It is so soft, and I must have shown you this one, because now it's all coming back to me, but I've done lots more. And because I might have shown you that one, I'll just get another one. I'll get you the biggest and the brightest. I mean, I know you'll see them lots. Oh, that's right. Let's show you what I was doing. So I think after I shared with you, I actually started to extend this garden, and this is the same. This is the scarf I bought at Vignettes, and I'm just loving that I can put it over the top. I don't know whether you can see this, of the flowers below, and I've used this braid lace and started to do a bit of that. So let's just, to help Kate finish off and feel very calm before we think about dinner and all the things to be done, which really isn't very much, except this. I've got to work out if everything fits now, because as I said, I've bought a soft bag and a backpack, which I think will more. I haven't bought that much really, but it's this beautiful quilt that is absolute top priority. So I'll do a pretend pack, and I mean, if worst comes to worst, I've still got tomorrow afternoon if I need to actually buy a middle-sized suitcase. I don't really want to do that at all, so I think I'll be fine. And this is, you know, the new priority. I'm going to put all my sewing bits together, and if I can, as someone said, I will have the quilt and the sewing bits with me on the plane, at least San Diego to Los Angeles. So then I'll know that they're safe and protected and with me. So I am doing this quite a lot more. I'm not yet neat, but I sort of am enjoying, and every fabric is different. So this is very flimsy, but I'm using this pearl pink cotton over the top of, it must be a violet, and just loving, not doing every bit of the color. You can hear I'm stopped speaking because I'm enjoying this so much, but I am going to run out of thread. So I'm going to not risk that. Go on to the back. Tuck that in there. We'll get that all settled at a different time. Okay, my batteries just told me again that it's running out. So I'm not going to stop stitching, of course I can't, but I am going to say bye for now and wish you wonderfully well with whatever you're doing today. May you have time for stitching. Thank you for your care and support and love. I'm sending love and blessings back to everyone. Okay, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. This is Kate in the Nest saying bye.